The state of Kuwait is joining the world in marking the third International Day of Education due tomorrow under the theme Recover the Revitalized Education for the COVID-19 Generation.
The third International Education Day falls amid the COVID-19 pandemic that led to global learning disruption of unprecedented scale and sovereignty. Hadil Fahad has more.
Nearly a year after the World Health Organization first declared a global health emergency, the COVID-19 pandemic continues to impose a devastating toll on the education of millions of children and young people. School closures are severely undermining learning opportunities for students at all levels, from primary to higher education.
The third International Day of Education will be celebrated under the slogan, Rebuild and Revitalize Education for the COVID-19 Generation. Education is a human right, a public welfare, and a social responsibility. This day observance recognizes the human right to education, the benefit of education to individuals and societies, and the link between education and the achievement of many other human rights. Education offers children a ladder out of poverty and a path to a promising future. It could lift hundreds of millions of people out of their inadequate life globally. To break this cycle of poverty, it is necessary to provide children opportunities to pursue education regardless of their gender, race, age, or any other factors that may make them underprivileged.
Before the coronavirus spread around the world, over 250 million children were not attending school globally, and an estimated 53% of children enable. Learning poverty in low and middle-income countries suffered from to read and understand a simple text at the age of 10.
It is time to strengthen education through increased international cooperation and solidarity to make lifelong teaching and learning the center of recovery. Indeed, education at any age is important to the personal growth of individuals as well as the overall growth of human societies. This will remind every country that it has an obligation to make sure that citizens are able to receive an education that will promote their full development and enhance more understanding among people all over the world and consequently peace among nations.
The COVID-19 crisis is shining a spotlight on the worst education crisis in a century and on growing inequalities in access to quality education both within and between countries. It can also serve for sustainable reform, a path forward, and a new vision for the education of the future, which harness the power of innovation, technology, and support teachers' skills and creativity. From the Ministry of Education in Janub al-Sirra, I'm Hadil Fahad, reporting to Kuwait English News.